not a huge harvest today, but it's been like really cloudy and super rainy. So everything's just wet, and I mean, things are obviously still growing, but they're not growing as fast. So we got 1 tomato. We have a handful of jalapenos, which I am freezing so that I can do a big batch of that cowboy candy, I think it's called. So I have like 3 bags in the freezer already. I'll probably wash these and put them in the freezer. 1 green pepper, and then some more cucumbers. I am going to can some pickles today, so I'm glad I got those. That should make it enough so that I have enough for pickles. And then I also have a bunch of tomatoes, which I'll just show you. I have a bunch of tomatoes here, some that are starting to go bad that I have to do something with, so I think I'm also gonna do salsa today. So stick around for that, I suppose. I'm new to canning, so I'm just following the directions on a YouTube video, but these are all of the cucumbers plus the 4 that I got, and then all of the tomatoes that I need to do something with today because they are ripe and they need to be dealt with or they're gonna go bad. As I was saying, it is so wet and humid out right now, and I'm not complaining because last year it was extremely dry, all the grass was dead, but we just mowed our grass on Sunday of this past week. It's Saturday now, and it looks like we haven't mowed in a month. So my garden is really saturated with water to the point where like the roots are almost too wet. I'm really hoping today it doesn't look super cloudy, like it looks like kind of sunny out. I'm hoping it dries up a little bit. Like we haven't even been able to mow because it's been so wet. So I'm hoping it dries up today so I can do some mowing. But I was out there picking my stuff and I was thinking about what I'm gonna do differently next year, which obviously the wheels are already turning about like what I'm doing. And I talked about I'm expanding the garden for sure. I will definitely be doing like cucumber trellises or arches because they grew out this year, and with grass being around our planters, we can't mow because then we'll mow over the cucumbers and then we'll kill them because they're very finicky and you don't want to mess with the leaves too much. So I'm gonna do cucumber arches, trellises. Obviously cucumbers grow really well where I have it at. I'm doing awesome with the amount of cucumbers I've gotten this year. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is I'm also getting rid of the grass. Like I didn't think about having to mow around the like individual planters, and we didn't leave enough space to get like an actual mower in there to, you know, do a good job. So I will be doing like some sort of like pebble or pea gravel or something like cutesy almost, make it like a little bit whimsical, but also so that I'm not stepping in mud all the time and then also not stepping and having to mow on the grass. And of course I'm gonna expand. I think I said that already, but with the expansion, I will be able to spread out my plants more because my tomatoes were way too close together. My peppers, my green peppers did not do well because there was tomatoes really high on this side, there's jalapenos really high on this side, and then the peppers in the middle are just not getting enough sun. So we will definitely give them their own space among all of the other stuff that I'm going to plant. But I definitely think that gardening is like a learning, you just have to learn as you go, even with like canning and stuff too. So I'm gonna can the cucumbers and the tomatoes today, hopefully. But it's kind of just like a trial and error. I posted a TikTok like making fun of when you start a garden and you get like 4 things out of it. But really, if you just keep going and you keep like trial and error and you learn from your mistakes from the year before, it only gets better. Like this is my 3rd year having a garden and this is my best year yet. I was at 2 different houses. So when we lived at our first house, I had a garden that was like kind of like a raised bed garden, way too close together. Realized that. Then I did some like potted plants on our back deck for a year, and those did really well, but again, it wasn't enough space. I couldn't do very much with that. This year is my biggest garden yet, best garden, and again, I would have never known that had I not done the previous years. So if you're starting out with gardening, I'm no expert, by the way. I would love to become an expert, but keep going, like keep trying. You're gonna figure it out. It's really not like rocket science. It's more of trial and error and then realizing what you did wrong, changing it for the next year. So let's see what we can get done. It is currently 9:43, which is why I want to get my walk in first, and then we'll come back and we'll dive into all this stuff. So, okay, let's go. Did my makeup. I think it looks pretty good. I have recently discovered.
Out there playing hide and go seek with the $2 bill.
We're going to can some pickles. It is very hot in my kitchen, so I will be sweating. Just gonna throw that out there. But I've already got everything set up. So I have my first batch of cans boiling, aka sanitizing in here. They have to be in for 6 more minutes. I have it back there. Then I have my brine right here, which has already been brought together and is hot. And then we'll have our cans over here. My lids and rings are over there. I also have all of my cucumbers chopped up and ready to go. And I have more cucumbers in case I need more. And what you want after you sanitize, so when you're doing water bath canning, I'm very new to this, but this is what I've learned so far, is you want your jars to be hot when you're putting hot liquid like a brine in them. So you boil and then immediately you're gonna start filling your jars with your cucumbers and then the brine. And once I get these out and put into my little like staging area, I will put these last few jars in. They'll do their sanitizing, and by the time they're done, I will have filled all this up. They'll be ready to go in to be processed, and then we'll just kind of like rotate back and forth. So that is the plan. I'm feeling more confident this time with this round of cucumbers. Again, this is my second time canning ever by myself, so I'm feeling good. I learned from my mistakes last time, and I'm gonna, try to do it again. So let's start canning. Last time I did a, oh my God, drop one on the floor. Basically a little house on the prairie now.
Yeah, with the cameras and the iPad. Hi vlog, I am editing this video. It is currently Friday morning
7 o'clock in the morning and I realized that I didn't have an outro, so I'm gonna record it really quickly so I can get this video out. I mostly did canning and talking about my garden in this video, which I just genuinely love, so thank you for watching this video. I noticed while I was watching back the footage a couple of things that I did wrong, which obviously this was not like a tutorial, this was me just showing you how I was trying to can for the second time ever. And obviously, like I said, the same with gardening is the same with canning. Like, you're going to just do it and figure it out and find the system that works best for you. I have a very horrible kitchen setup. My kitchen is very old. It only has so much counter space, so it is definitely difficult to try to keep everything like organized in one space. So I tried the best that I could. I did notice that I forgot to wipe the rims when I was watching back the footage, and thankfully, like, I was using that funnel, so not a lot of stuff was getting on the actual rims. But I did have 2 cans that didn't seal, and that's probably why, because there was something on the rims that I forgot to wipe off. So you definitely want to do that. Again, don't follow my directions. Find someone who's like an expert on it on YouTube and follow theirs. I will try to link the one that I watched, and as I get better, I will try and share more like tips of how I'm doing and stuff. I am probably going to do some cowboy candy here pretty soon. I've got like 3 or 4 Ziploc bags of jalapenos that I will be able to, you know, do a good batch with, and my jalapenos are just producing like crazy. So that'll be my next like attempt at canning video. All of that to say, thank you for watching this video. You know, it's different from my like fitness content, but I actually genuinely enjoy it, and that is what this YouTube channel is. Stuff about me and what I enjoy. So I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching this video, and in the next video I will be talking more about fitness, so if that's more your thing, that'll be the next video. But again, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!